To start with, Seb, would you like to do a brief introduction about Kryll, since you have been brokers with KuCoin for a long time now?
All right, fantastic. Thanks for that, Dorian. So I'm Sebastian Ganjali. I'm the head of strategy here at Kryll. We've been operating since about 2018 when we iCode, and we've focused on automating trading and making it simpler for users by building automated trading tools. And now, with the given evolution of AI, the writing is on the wall, and we're going towards smarter solutions for users that make trading or investing much simpler process. As one of my idols, Leonardo da Vinci, once said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication, and we want to bring that to the crypto world because, to be honest, things aren't really as easy as they should be when it comes to research and being able to choose the assets that you'd want to invest in yourself.
Okay, so that would be for your personal introduction. Like, how long have you been with Kryll? Tell us more.
Yeah, so I've been with Kryll for 3 years now. Began my trading journey a bit like a crypto veteran, actually, in about 2015. And I got into finance and law as an legal graduate in Australia. And from there, the team, we've been in contact, and I've moved to France since to work with them. And now we're here in sunny Côte d'Azur on the French Riviera, developing this project.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so for those who are not familiar with Kryll, one of their main offices is on the French Riviera, and I've actually been able to visit them physically. So they're working quite well there and are well located to deliver the best work they can. Can you tell us what is the basis for the change and the transformation of the Kryll platform?
Yeah, sure. So we originally began as a trading bot platform years ago after we iCode, and since then we've grown to understand that the environment is changing, and trading algorithms, while they can be very useful and helpful, with AI coming into play, things can be a lot simpler and better. So this transformation is basically driven by a mission to democratize DeFi and make the very complex and intricate world of cryptocurrencies more accessible to everyone. So we're aiming to basically simplify and centralize data for people to make it more digestible and understandable for everybody, because it can be difficult to understand for newbies and even people that have been in it for about a year or two. So by integrating more advanced AI technologies, the platform is offering more clear, actionable insights into Web3 investments. We're aiming to empower users to, be able to navigate the space with more ease.
Okay, so the whole point is about democratizing the use of these AI components for trading, like automated trading. But then I have one first question that comes to mind. So you have all this set of tools. What is the difference between the set of tools that you offer at Kryll and the traditional trading bot, for example?
With trading bots, generally, what will happen is for the most part, what will happen is you would give them specific parameters to trade around. Usually, these are made up of indicators. And while these can be useful, we know that trading or investing itself is a lot more complex than simple technical indicators. Most trading bots, in fact, do lose money for this reason. What this changed with the introduction of AI does, it'll allow us to introduce the other complex factors, and for it to be calculated really easily. Users will have various parameters that they can explore utilizing their investment strategy, whether it's from news, social media hype, relatively new influxes of volume, or where the smart money is going. These are all factors that people want to be able to take it into account, and traditional trading bots are just limited in their use in providing this.
Okay, and so what would be the typical user?
Trading bots or traditional trading bots would have been built for people that had some technical know-how. Most of the working trading bots in places like Goldman Sachs and such, they're built by a team of statisticians, mathematicians that understand financial markets as well. So it's not easily accessible to everybody. And same with a lot of the online trading bot builders, you would have to get to know the software or the engine before you can build a reasonable trading bot. With the new Kryll transformation, it's built for virtually all clients. We're seeking a more comprehensive solution to manage and analyze not only your own portfolios, but just to get a breakdown of different assets and what's happening in the market. This can be as simple as having a chat with our engine that can break it down for you as well. It'll also be able to centralize your exchange platforms and Web3 wallet data in one convenient place. You'll have a dedicated personal agent to guide you in some of your investment decisions and to give you updates on what's happening across your portfolios. We call him Agent K, and he offers a wide range of capabilities that will make it appealing to newcomers and seasoned investors. We're pretty sure we'll find this very useful because for newcomers, it's going to help them understand the ecosystem and mechanics and what's happened. For the more experienced investors, they're certainly going to want assistance to save them time with research tasks, and things like on-chain analysis can be quite daunting even for people that have been in the game for a while.
Okay, understood. On a side note, when you say about centralizing all your exchange accounts and wallets, non-custodial wallets in a single place, we are of course not speaking about custodianship, because
No,
obviously the fees and the
not custodian. It would be to break down the data and for you to access and have an insight on it, but no custody.
absolutely. So all of this is API based.
That's correct. Yeah.
Now that we have seen a bit about the product itself, can we speak about the KRL token that is listed on KuCoin?
Yeah, so the KRL token is the native utility token of the Kryll ecosystem. It will be facilitating access to the suite of advanced AI and trade investment analysis tools that you'll be wanting to use. It's going to also encourage community engagement and incentivize the drive for the project's growth and development and such. And specifically, the KRL token can also, of course, be used by the user simply as fuel for the services. And you'll also be able to unlock basic and advanced features for free by just holding the token as well. So holding will be incentivized. It'll also enable the users to participate in governance through a DAO, which is a new introduction to the project. The rewards and the will also be available for those who hold the tokens in their personal wallets. We believe that with a low supply of the token and this token-based model, it'll support a sustainable and thriving ecosystem, not just for the users, but for the holders who are interested in the platform's evolution as well.
Okay, can you tell us a bit more about the token specifics, like technical specificities currently? And are we going to be able to use this token on other networks, other blockchains compared to where it is currently being used?
Yeah, so currently the KRL token is ERC20 token, but we do plan to deploy Kryll on various other blockchains alongside Ethereum, which is the Ethereum network which it currently is on. We're aiming to extend KRL's usage to layer 2 solutions as well, like Polygon, Arbitrum, and Optimism. This expansion, we're sure, enhance accessibility of the token across the ecosystems, and it also provide greater flexibility and opportunity for our users, because one of the complaints people have about only being an ERC20 token, as many of you would know, is the gas fees.
Okay, pretty clear. So we'll see KRL token on the L2s hopefully very soon. What is the use case for users?
With this new suite of tools, it's going, as I said, it's going to be for novices and seasoned traders. But for novices, for example, I think that those seeking education on crypto and of new tokens can find it especially helpful to use these tools. Not just the agent, which they will be able to chat about and converse with regarding to their portfolios and such. Also, be able to do research, and it'll be able to help them to break down complex data points and help them understand what it takes to DYOR basically. It'll also help with analysis, audits, and on-chain studies. So on-chain metrics, as I mentioned, if you're a new guy and you're going on Explorer and you're trying to figure out which transactions are going where or from which whale account, it can be pretty complex, and so you want to have it simplified. And we think that this is not really there, and there are some solutions, but they're quite expensive right now. So we're hoping to provide something that will be accessible to everyone at relatively very low cost. That's also decentralized. Our vision also includes other products for smarter decision making. The Smart Folio is unified tracking for your DEX and centralized exchange portfolios as well. So it offers a very clear overview of assets that you'll be able to get updates on and get basically insights from the AI engine. The news hub that we'll have will provide more real-time information tailored to your assets. For example, I know if you're a stock trader right now, some of you might be on Bloomberg terminal and you get some of the best access to the fastest information on there, but you might want a breakdown of what that information is very quickly, and this will be able to allow that in the crypto space. We've also got two other features. One's the X-ray and one is a gem detector. These are tools designed to monitor on-chain social media activity and hype and other indicators to identify trends and dynamics within the market. On top of that, Harpoon is our smart money tracker. It will be able to break down where smart money is trading and whether it's entering an exchange or leaving, and it'll be able to update you as well. And you can ask for further information with the agent with regards to where this has gone and the history of the account. I know that there are some Twitter accounts dedicated to this, but to be able to have it in front of you and live all the time, all of these features will basically have a conversational agent that's aware of this information and that'll be assisting you.
So I already see a potential competitor to you then, but to put a practical case for the people listening to us. So if I have a whale wallet that I want to follow, you just signal it to the conversational agent or to the platform itself, and it will be in my list of accounts to follow, for example, and I will know when he is doing massive movements or buying certain types of tokens or whatever.
Exactly, and you can integrate that whale into your investment strategy or DYOR, which is really helpful.
And the same thing for specific projects, I guess, which I would be able to follow, even if I don't have them in my portfolio, obviously. I will be able to integrate them to strategies that I follow, to data streaming that I will be updated about automatically.
That's exactly right. That's our X-ray feature, which will allow you to not only favorite and look up various projects but to be able to scan virtually everything that is available with regards to their projects, from where their smart money is moving to the tokenomics, to be able to uh, get vital updates on the project and such.
And will there be like kind of a personality to this K agent or an orientation to the platform, or will it be fully like neutral and people decide what type of profile they are interested in? Will there be advices? How will this work?
Currently, we have basically two personalities. One is more prompt and gives you a breakdown when you ask him, and once you request it from him, he can give you a much more detailed explanation. These are the two that we're currently working with, which we think comprehensive enough for both seasoned and newcomers. But down the track, we'd hope to be able to give him more dynamism to his character, so to speak.
Well, obviously, this is not financial advice, guys. So even if it's from an automated agent, you should always do your own research, and it's just help for you to dig deeper into it. Obviously, there is competition on this market, and as we've seen, ChatGPT and other automated chat box like this one have become more and more efficient. Do you think there is a risk there of it becoming kind of competition, or even an unfair competitor, given the fact that it has the budget of Microsoft behind it to develop?
I would say, look, to the contrary, uh, we get this quite a bit where a lot of people that are into AI right now say, well, ChatGPT is just going to do a lot of this and such. But the evolution in the AI space, it's inevitable, yes. But we see these as more beneficial for Krill rather than being seen as risky or disruptive to the project. The way that we've worked with the development of this project is for it to advance with the advances of the technology which are happening. Obviously, we're not as big as Microsoft, but what we want to be in a place, and we think we're in a place where developing as they're developing AI technology. And our AI, it's specifically designed for the cryptocurrency and DeFi sectors, and it features more unique capabilities like the ones we mentioned: on-chain data analysis, social media monitoring, and such, where a newbie might have to go and give ChatGPT these personal permissions and request them specifically for a breakdown. They are evolving rapidly. They lack the specialized data and sophisticated curation of the integrated models that we're currently going to be offering. Will set us apart is the ability to access the data across portfolios and various blockchains and on individual crypto projects. And by understanding what you own and what you being able to personalize what you have on the Kryll platform, this is something that ChatGPT and other AIs are not exactly designed to provide.
Got it. So one thing about these generative AIs, since Kryll is now on this market, how do you see it developing in the, like, let's say in the short term first, and on a more medium term? Because I guess long term is quite ambitious to predict.
Yeah, sure. So right now we're seeing that it can break down complex data for people and explain it. I'm sure some of you have used ChatGPT to ask it to explain something as if you're a 12-year-old, which is very helpful to many. So this is definitely helpful for basic research or breaking down complex data. But in the broader aspect of things, in the future, I think we're going to see it play a bigger role in everyone's finances for risk management. Also, a bit later on, because of its capabilities and the way that they're evolving, we think that predictive insights from the AI models is going to be more and more frequent down the line. The same way that you would go to perhaps a financial advisor for advice, I think that people are going to be using AI a lot more for accessing basic advice in the future. Obviously, this opens a whole world of questions with regards to liability and such, as an AI doesn't have proper licensing in most aspects. But we're going to see a big change in the financial markets, and also a disruption in how people are fed data. Paying thousands of dollars to access the fastest data on Bloomberg may not be sustainable as a business model for many in the future. And I think very soon we're going to see that disrupted by AI.
So some kind of personal financial assistant, what Kryll generative AI is already trying to be in some ways.
That's our ambition.
Okay, nice. Well, I think we are already half an hour into the AMA. I think you can start taking a look at the questions from people and then see if some of them you think are interested.
All right. So I think one user here has asked, have you got a date for Agent K's release over here? We don't have an exact date for you as of yet for when it will be released on the platform for you to use. However, recently we've released it for some news media, specifically in France, where they're currently using it to Agent K to break down their crypto news articles. One of them is coinacademy.fr. They have Agent K on their platform where you can access their long form articles, and you can basically break down the articles related to crypto and discuss it with the agent. It's currently in its alpha form, so it's not the completed model of the product as of yet, as it's still evolving. We'll have a closed beta for the project around about August. It's quite basic, but down the line, it will have access to more complex data as well as on chain analytics, so that it will be able to provide you with more specific information, especially with regards to anything that you're looking at. If you're looking at an article, perhaps he can give you side notes on the article might be claiming. With regards to social media hype as well, he'll be able to tell you whether it's recently been trending, if it's been seeing a growth or a drop in tweets, for example. So I've got Henry here who's asked, can you explain what are the advantages of offering both token-based and subscription-based access to gem detectors features? It's a good question. What our plans are is to offer several methods of using Kryll's platform, subscription model included, but we want to offer premium features for those that hold the KRL token as well. Yes, there will be a subscription model. One of the benefits to our models will be that it will be much cheaper than most competitors in a lot of ways that are trying to develop or that are developing something similar to ours. There's some complex on-chain analytics methods that are currently charging, I think, about even $900 a month, which is pretty high, and we hope to cut that cost substantially to make it accessible to everyone around the world, basically. So yeah, there will be a subscription-based access to in the future, and as well as token-based pay-as-you-go model.
That answers your question, Henry. Actually, Henry, I have another question from him that might be of interest. Tell us if you have an ambassador program and if users can participate in Kryll's growth.
Yep. So we do have a community rewards program that we'll be releasing. It will incentivize those, and we'll also have another feature coming, which will incentivize people and be able to show them as holders to the rewards program, which will make them a premium user in some ways. I can't disclose more information on that one yet, but there definitely will be an incentive program for it.
Okay, and that would be a more personal question, as you know, on KuCoin we really rely on the community, and we try to listen to the community and be community driven as much as can be. How do you do it so far? How have you been growing your community? What kind of feedback do you take from them?
Yeah, so with our previous platform with the trading bots, we actually grew a community of over 110,000 registered users who are using our trading bot platform. Those users still very much interested, and some of them I can see are over here in this space actually. They're still very active in our channels, and we hope that with the new ambassador program as well, that not only our trading bot community will be active, but our newer community that will be interested in the AI capabilities and features that will also be able to participate in our share and earn program. We'll also be having, I think this is fine for us to go on now, but about early next week, we'll be sharing sort of a early access to this. So I'll keep you posted. And if you follow our Twitter page, obviously, you'll be updated.
We have one question about Telegram. Telegram, which has been like really gaining momentum lately with all the mini apps, a lot of traffic going on, wallets straight on Telegram, etc., etc. So I guess many of your users are also phone users, mostly maybe. I don't know if you have more like web platform user from laptops or from phone. I guess you support both, and this doesn't change for you on the large scale. Do you have steps to be more specific or to develop in a more specific direction towards phone users?
That's actually a pretty good question. Yeah. So one of the things is that a lot of people are on the go, and a lot of platforms and companies today are building more for the phone, more so than the desktop or the web app. It makes sense given our usage today of the mobile. So we obviously want to make it an app as well, but we want to also create a Telegram bot in the future that allows usage within the groups and for something to be used within our own Telegram group as well.
So an Agent K version, but for Telegram. Would that be correct?
Yeah, that's pretty correct, basically.
Okay.
As well as the mobile app.
Tell me if you see any other questions that you see fit.
Yeah, so one of the questions here by Zeus, I believe, he's asking, how does Kryll ensure compliance with regulatory requirements across different jurisdictions? As you may know, a lot of AIs are experimental, and we always like to reiterate that none of this is financial advice, and the AIs are not licensed or certified financial advisors. But these are tools that are available to help people break down and digest complex information. But it's always important to do your own research and verify the information that's been provided to you. As you may know, a lot of AI technologies have hallucinations
What do you call
extensively.
hallucinations?
Some platforms that you may use more than others might have hallucinations where they'll perhaps make things up. We've extensively worked to remove such setback. For example, if you ask ChatGPT, sometimes it's better now, but I think a few months ago, if you asked him, I need to know what the weather is today, and you can't tell me, you don't have access to the current information. I need you to tell me now, and he would just give you what the weather was today. He would just guess, even though it was completely wrong.
So Agent K won't be a guesser. That's what you mean.
We're working extensively to make him as non-guessing as possible and to be able to break down current information. But always do your own research and verify.
And one thing I wanted to speak about specifically is that we mentioned so the future for Kryll, the current development, the new product, the new Agent K, etc. Can you tell us a bit about Kryll's past and how Kryll has performed through the bear market, through this beginning of bull market? How has it performed during this cycle?
In terms of crypto projects and how they'd go, I think we'd be considered veterans as a project. We began in 2018, which is centuries in crypto years. And I think what we've gained valuable insights from being a trading algorithm company. We know what the setbacks are in building and what the setbacks are in getting historical data to make decision making. We've seen it all before. There's overfitting problems and statistical problems. Now we're at a precipice where AI has really allowed us to unlock the new features and remove a lot of the setbacks that there were with regards to trading based on historical data, because the data can be delivered fresh and new now. It'll allow users to gain timely insights and to be more reactive and updated with regards to what's going on. So yeah, we think that in the future we'd like to develop into one of the main platforms with regards to asset analysis, and that's what we're hoping for.
Okay, so I think we still have time for a couple of questions if you think one or two are interesting.
Yeah, sure.
Can you imagine
Uh,
that one day you might be answering questions from Agent K in
yeah,
AMAs,
exactly right. Or he might be just asking questions in these AMAs. We never know.
collecting more KRLs for
Yeah,
himself?
exactly right. Can't pronounce his name, but he's asked, has KRL undergone any audits or security checks to ensure the safety and reliability of the project for investors and users? Years ago, the KRL token was audited, and we've been verified among some of the best exchanges, including, of course, KuCoin and Coinbase. So yeah, we have been audited, and we have a track record of being a crypto project since 2018, and we have ongoing audits as well, as we're required to do.
I guess each time you update the code in a significant portion, such updates in audits are needed, right?
That's right, yeah. And especially given that we are located in one of the most overregulated countries in the world, which is France, we definitely have to stay on top of everything.
Summary ready in 2-3 minutes to remind us what Kryll's new product is, why it's useful, who should use it?
Yeah, sure, guys. So basically, we've been in crypto for a while now. It's been running for a good while since Satoshi released Bitcoin. A lot has changed. Complexity has been introduced in the world because of it that needs to be simplified. And what we're currently seeing is that after years, with regards to adoptability, we're seeing a lot of questions where people still don't understand how to make investments in crypto, what certain tokens really are for, and what they're actually doing. So these advanced AI tools that we're introducing will give clear, actionable advice on Web3 assets, and these intelligent tools will equip you with knowledge to easily and confidently handle cryptocurrency. So you'll get a clear guide out of most of the digital assets, and we're definitely in line with the transformation that's happening in the world right now with AI. A lot of things are going to change in the next few years. Researchers are currently giving us really insane predictions with regards to jobs and what's happening across industries within the next 2 years. I think it's estimated about 60% or more of office jobs are actually going to be disrupted thanks to AI in the next 2 years. So finance is no different. It's going to be changed, and we are at the head of it.
And at the head of it with a personal financial assistant that will help you collect enough data to make more informed decisions, do better research than you would probably do by yourself, just by having enough data access, and be fast enough to be able to compile all this data in an understandable form.
Agent K, your personal crypto sidekick, is coming.
Well, probably once we'll have a couple of feedback, and once it will be running for a couple months, we can redo this kind of AMA if you want, Seb. That would be nice, I guess.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially if we can get feedback from the community on how we can better and improve on things. We want to stay on top of things, and we want to make it better for you. Definitely. Let's do it again.
Absolutely. So that will be one more community-driven approach that we will take KuCoin with Kryll. I think this has been quite informative, and all the people who were interested in deep diving into the Kryll new set of tools. Where should they go? Where are we sending them, Seb?
Follow our Twitter, obviously, and check out Kryll.io to get a breakdown of our platform, and jump on our Telegram as well, where you'll be able to discuss with the community and ask us questions on there as well.
Okay, great. Don't hesitate to do your own research about Kryll. Deep dive into their strategies, their history they had already. It was nice to have you here, Seb. So we have an appointment taken for the next time.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot for your time, Dorian, and thank you to the community for joining us today, and we hope to see you soon.